Hello YouTubers, GuitarMan3YT here, and this is the last look of my Jackson guitar before I completely tore it down and get ready to completely customize it. Yep, it's not gonna look like this anymore. I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on it, but I have been doing some things on it. It's been so hot here in Texas that when I come home I'm just too tired to really get out there and do a lot of stuff on it. But I am going to show you in the video what I have done. And the first thing I did after this right here was I started tearing it down right there. I took the neck off and I wanted to make the neck look kind of old instead of brand spanking new. And this neck came with a amaranth, I think they call it amaranth fretboard, which is kind of a more of a grayish looking color, so I didn't like that. So I took some Scotch-Brite, you see that green Scotch-Brite right there, and I scuffed up all the frets best that I could without messing with the actual frets. Scuffed in between the frets, tried to make it kind of look old and worn out, and I don't like that grayish color, so in a minute you'll see I took some brown stain, there we go, and I just pretty much soaked the whole thing in that brown stain, trying to get it to change from the grayish looking to brown. So you can see right there it's looking brown, and what I like is how the brown actually turned the white dots to where they kind of look old and worn out. And then on here I got the tuners off of there, and I'm getting ready to sand this down so I can paint it black. I got all my tape on there now, taped up the fretboard real good with newspaper. Don't want any paint getting on the fretboard. And I was gonna sand it all the way down to the wood, but I thought, why should I do that when I can just buff the clear coat out, or not buff it out, I'm just gonna sand it down. I took some 400 grit wet dry sandpaper, soaked it in my little bucket of water here, wrapped it around this block here to keep it flat, and I just lightly wet sanded it to get all this clear coat dull. You don't want anything shiny. I just dulled all the clear coat. In a minute you'll see. I'll pick it up here. Okay, and there it is. That's all I did, was dull the clear coat and sprayed some satin black over it. I didn't want it to be gloss black because I'm going to put clear coat over that. That's the satin black drying in the sun. And I ordered this logo. It's a water slide logo. It's the gold Charvel from the 80s. And there we go. Now it's got transformed from a Jackson to a Charvel, just like I wanted it to. And that's the water slide logo after I put it on there, and it's got to dry for several days before I clear coat it because I don't want it to lift up. Here's the body. Took the bridge off, and I wanted to replace the saddles with either some brass saddles, but I already put some brass saddles on my Yamaha project, so I decided, since I'm using white pickups for this one, that I'll use these white Graphtec tusq saddles. There we go. They're made out of tusq. Supposed to be really slippery, so you don't less friction on the strings, and they look pretty cool. And here's my original EMG 81 and 85. And yes, I researched before I did it. I Googled whether or not you can paint an EMG or not. And the guy from EMG himself that works there said that yes, you can. It's not going to hurt the sound or the tone whatsoever. So I used the same Scotch Guard and just scuffed them up and painted them with some kind of off-white paint. Didn't want it to be too shiny and look brand new. It's supposed to be old looking. But now I couldn't figure out how to get the EMG. Come on, I tried scraping it with a toothpick or a little bitty tiny screwdriver, and it screwed the paint up, and I had to redo it again. So I think I'm just going to leave it like that, and eventually it'll wear out enough where you can see them. Or I might just put some silver paint on a little toothpick and paint it on there. I don't know, I ain't too worried about it. They are real EMGs. And that's all I've done for now. So thanks for watching. Like this video and definitely subscribe for more content.